Hello, Paul here in Nashville, Tennessee. It's August 7th, 2014. I'm at my Holt Road property in Nashville and want to talk to you today about collecting seeds. It's very hot here today. It's about 90 something and getting hotter, so not dressed real well, just in my my garden vest here, and I have to be fully dressed on my legs because we have these things here called chiggers, which you don't have up north, but in the south here they're quite bad, and so you really have to cover up and take a shower as soon as you get in. So that's why I'm so dressed up with all my long pants. Usually I'm out here with no shirt and barefoot, but not today. The first thing I want to talk to you about is collecting carrot seeds, and I'll show you how I do that. If we back up here. Now let me go through the stages. Come over here. This is a microphone's right there under your finger. Okay, the mic. This is a carrot plant. This carrot's ready to go, and then it goes to this stage right here, where it has a beautiful white flower, and the flower also looks like there's a wild plant that looks like this, called Queen Anne's Lace, and that's in the same family. And then once they do this...
And there's another one called hemlock, which is deadly poisonous.
Okay, there's a look-alike, which it doesn't look like a carrot. You probably shouldn't eat it. And then it goes to something like this. Now, carrots are biennial, which means that it takes 2 years to get to this phase. And so what I do is I just take a bag here and I labeled it Carrot 2014. And then I'll take one of these flowers and I'll pop it off and just push it in the bag like that. And I'll get the seeds and the chaff. The chaff is that powdery stuff that's not seed, but I just save them both together. I could winnow them, which means I could take them and do this, and it would blow out all the chaff, and I'd have nothing but pure seed. But the chaff's good as a moisture absorption agent in the bag over the winter. Or really just, I'll be planting these probably at the end of the summer in the fall. And Sophia, my daughter, collected the seeds that made these plants about a year ago, and you see how well they've done. And we've had a lot of carrots from these seeds. It's so exciting to get your own seeds. It means you don't have to go to the store and buy all those seeds. Plus, you know, your seeds are better for your garden because they're selectively bred for your climate. And now, so that's carrots. Now I'm going to show you some really exciting developments on the sunflower front.
There's a little yellow finch up there on the corn.
Oh yeah.
There's one just flew off, and there's another one over there.
Yeah, the yellow finches, they come, and we have a lot of really exciting birds in the garden. So I'm going to go over here and show you something really amazing.
Ground's a bit uneven.
My friend Amy on Facebook was asking me if I grew black seeds. I'm trying to walk around the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
If I use, right here, if I use black sunflower seeds or striped ones, and I answered that I use striped, but then I looked at this plant and something really amazing's happened. It's hybridized, and I'll show you the seeds here in a minute. Let me cut it down here very carefully. And these seeds are all black. I just found this out. It's pretty amazing. And
How do you know that it wasn't just like a sort of rogue seed in the bag?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But I'm going to try one because it's all in the flavor. Because I've started eating these, and I'm really quite fond of them. So here's one, and the seeds are really, I've never seen a seed like that. It's bright and shiny. Now I'll try to crack it open.
I think I've seen them in the bird seed.
No, but they're not like this. They're not shiny like this. So let's try one here. It's got a really big meat in it, nut meat in it. I don't know if you can see that there. But it's quite plump and big. Yeah, it's got really good flavor. So I'm definitely harvesting this, and I noticed another one down the road there I'm going to get later.
Honey, didn't we watch a sunflower video the other day? Remember that project up in some university, and they were growing all those sunflowers for biofuel,
Yeah,
and weren't they black?
Yeah, they were black
seeds?
and they were for oil, but those are much smaller. Those are much smaller. So okay, now I'm going to show you something else.
You mean the seeds that we have are much smaller?
No, the ones that they use for oil are much smaller. They're only about that tall.
Oh,
you see,
yeah.
That has the, it looks exactly like the mammoth sunflower. It's got
Right.
the big stalk. It came up real high. It has a big, about
Yeah.
a 4-pound head. And now what I've been doing here is collecting tomatoes from, this is my favorite group of tomato plants here. It's the cherry tomatoes that are sort of orange.
Wait, I'm not sure.
Oh, they're so good. I just pop one in my mouth.
I'll have one.
The flavor is unbelievable. And so I'm saving these. And then if you shoot over there, I'll show you that I'm going to save a bunch and try to dry them out in the sun. Hence the sun-dried tomato. I have a drying room I'm going to use for those. Because I know in December, I'll be kicking myself when I'm buying these cardboard tomatoes at Whole Foods for $8.99 a pound. I'm going to be really remorseful that I didn't save some of the ones I have, because as you can see on the plants there, they're just everywhere.
And a lot of them will reseed too.
And they'll reseed next year, but the flavor, I just really want to keep that going as long as I can. And then the other seed that I'm gathering is hyssop. What kind of hyssop is this?
That's holy basil. Well, it's not hyssop, it's holy basil.
Holy basil, okay.
Otherwise known as tulsi, and it's a very sacred plant in the Hindu religion. It's very highly prized in India.
And the smell of this is just off the charts.
If you Google what it's good for, it'll blow your mind.
And so I pulled a bunch of this off, and I'll show you what I do is I just take an envelope from my junk mail, and I write on it what it is, and I better put holy basil on this one. Is it also hyssop or just holy basil?
I don't think it's just, I don't think it is.
Crossing off the hyssop. So I got a bunch of that for next year. And then the other one,
I could be wrong about that, but we have to do some more research.
I like it. I'm not wrong about liking it. Okay, come over here and I'll show you how to do fennel. Okay, here's the fennel plant. I'm growing it under a micro board here. And this one's done really well. All the leaves are gone. And see how if you back out a bit, and I'll get on the microphone side. You see the big plant here? And how the big flower and how it's spreading out? Now, this is what they look like.
How do you know that's not dill?
I smelled it.
No, because they're very similar.
Yeah, they're very similar to dill. And this is what they look like before they are ready to seed. It's a yellow flower. And then you end up with this. And it won't stay this way very long. What will happen is these seeds will deploy. They'll fall to the ground or the birds will take them. So what you do, I'm a right-handed, so I'll do it with my right hand.
You want me to hold something?
No, I can do it by myself. You come up here and you grab it like that. And you get it over the envelope. And you just rub it gently back and forth with your thumb and your fingers. And all those seeds go into the envelope. You lose about a good amount of them, but it's all about sharing the wealth with nature, because they'll come right back. This is a volunteer plant.
We can take some of these seeds and share them at the library too, because remember we got some seeds from the seed bank this year.
They make great Christmas presents. And this fennel is so good to juice. It's just unbelievable putting it in juices. It's just so amazing. What it does to your physiology is just an incredible thing. So another thing...
It's chelating, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's a chelating plant,
well,
I think.
yeah, I don't understand all the things it does, but you just feel good afterwards. Now come over here, and I'll show you the cilantro. While we're
Cilantro is definitely chelating,
here,
which basically means it helps to get the heavy metals out of your body.
Yeah, and this is basil, and it's not quite ready to seed yet, but these heads will turn brown just the way this has here. It's very similar looking. But come over here and I'll show you the cilantro.